Hey Saints, I'm Ronan Iverson.
And I'm Andrew Gilbert.
And welcome back to another week of SFHS Today. In national news, Dr. Lawrence G. Nassar was sentenced to 40 to 175 years in prison last Wednesday for multiple sex crimes while he was served as physician for Michigan State.
The 7-day hearing drew more than 150 young women to publicly confront him and speak of their abuse. They also accused USA Gymnastics, the governing body for the sport in the U.S., of failing to protect them.
In the wake of the allegations, trial, and conviction, the president of Michigan State, Lou Ann K. Simon, has also resigned.
In school news, this week we celebrate snow days. It's a full week of spirit days and activities.
Snow Day's coronation will take place on Friday in the gym. Make sure you vote for your senior king and queen. Voting will be open until February 1st. We sent journalists Lydia Gonzalez, Amanda Jordan, and Tanner Levi for more info.
Looking ahead, senior grad ads are due by the 4th to the yearbook, and it is that time of year for seniors to buy their caps and gowns.
It's that time of year for our senior saints to buy their caps and gowns. All graduating seniors must order them. You can order them online at www.jostens.com/St. Francis High School. Once you're there, you'll find the section labeled Caps and Gowns, and you'll scroll all the way down to Cap, Gown, Stole, and Tassel for $39. Select your weight and height and add to your cart and proceed to fill out the information. The deadline is February 28th, so you better order now.
Thanks, William.
In addition, AP testing sign-ups begin today. AP students will receive information from the counseling office to get registered. They can also check with their AP teachers.
The competition season is up and running for a number of activities.
On Saturday, January 20th, the One Act competition had its conference meet at Rogers. They came all the way with 4 all-conference awards and 6 all-conference honorable mentions. On Friday, they performed for all language arts and choir classes to prepare for their subsections on Saturday. Earlier in the month on January 3rd, Hosa students competed in the North Metro Region Midwinter Competition at Century College.
There were 485 students from around the region who attended this event.
The following SFH students placed in their various competitions.
The speech season also began on Saturday.
Here's Kay Bjork and Maggie Winkles with more information.
The speech team is off to a fantastic start for preparing. We have our first tournament on Saturday the 27th at Andover.
We've only had one captain meeting so far, just to prepare on how we're gonna start our routines and what we do when we get there, to show the new people how things are done and how we practice.
We're gonna do fairly well. About 3/4 of our team is brand spanking new.
My speech topic is about feminism, and my category is original oratory. So what original oratory is basically you do a bunch of research and compile things into a speech.
I'm in poetry, and my piece is on realizing that you need to love yourself before you're capable of loving anybody else or having them love you completely.
Speech is one of those that I compare to track and field, where you have a lot of different categories, a lot of different things to do. So they either write or pick a selection that is about 8 to 10 minutes. And they go in front of a classroom, in front of other people that are also doing poetry or creative or in form, and they present. There's also a judge in there that will decide where they rank with those other people. Yeah. So they have to, on a Saturday, say their speech 3 times. They're going to own the room, they're going to go in there, and it's going to be fantastic. They're going to do good, and I'm very excited for this year.
Show choir has had its first competition, and they held its public preview performance last Thursday. There is an expression that says the family that plays together stays together.
In this week's 5 Minutes of Fame, Hope Erlandson and Austin Adler spoke with Connor, Liam, and Lane Kortemeier, who are all 3 in varsity show choir.
Student celebrities everywhere, this is why you should care about 5 Minutes of Fame.
Connor, what is it like to have siblings in show choir with you?
I don't know, just normal people, they're related to you, but, by your side, and if they ever need help, you can help them.
Do you think they have expectations for you?
Probably to be a leader, but I'm not really a leader, so I just do my own job, I focus on that, and expect other people to do their job right. And, so far in this season, we're doing pretty well, but, for myself, I got some work to do. So, focus on that.
What is it like having the Kortemeier siblings in the same activity?
The Kortemeier siblings. It is always entertaining. That's for sure.
Is there anything significant about them at all or anything?
The Kortemeier siblings, Lane, Liam, and Connor, I would say there is constant movement. And I would be intrigued to see the whole family interact together outside of school.
What is it like having siblings in the same activity as you?
If we don't know the moves, we can help each other out.
Do you feel any expectations with having another sibling in it at all?
Yeah, I feel like I have to push myself to be better than him.
Do you enjoy being in the same activity as your sibling?
It's pretty fun.
Do you feel any expectations or anything regarding them?
Expectations? Do their job, do it well.
Another team that's fairly new at SFHS is Robotics. What is robotics? Are we fighting robots like Robot Wars, or are we building them to improve everyday life?
We asked Tanner Kunster, Zach Gus, and Cole Kerpak to help us answer some of these questions about St. Francis's robotics team.
All right, well, Robotics is ran by First Robotics. It is a new kind of team club at St. Francis High School this year. Mr. Burrell from the middle school is actually leading the club. And basically what it is we have 6 weeks to build a robot to complete the game. The game this year is First Power Up. So we take these blocks and we have to try to accomplish a few obstacles. So that's basically what robotics is. We only have 6 weeks to actually build the robot. So our kickoff was January 6th and our bag and tag is February 20th. And then our competition is not until the week of March 28th, 29th, and 30th. And that's where we'll go to the U and compete with other teams to hopefully, accomplish our goals and get the robot moving.
Hello, we're from Robotics Club right here. It's our rookie year. And I want to let everyone know it's more than just robotics. We also have a marketing team, a communications team, but we also mainly work on the electrical, mechanical, and coding of the robot. It's a 6-week competition from schools all around around the world. It's everywhere. And we're in our 3rd week right now. We just got a moving robot last weekend, and it's a whole lot of fun. I encourage everyone, if you're interested in STEM or interested in helping in the other aspects like marketing, to join You meet with a lot of industry professionals, and it really prepares you for a career in STEM.
That's pretty neat. Granted, I cannot build a robot myself. I wish you guys the best of luck.
After several of our own students were injured in recent car accidents, we thought it would be a good idea to show some driving tips on how to stay safe on the road.
I think the main thing that you've got to remember, especially in the winter, is have a good maintenance program in your car. Tires, oil change, engine maintenance like spark plugs. Certainly you can't neglect your tires. Those are what keeps your car on the road, of course. Another thing is high school students sometimes don't remember is slow the heck down, especially in inclement weather. And just be situationally aware.
That's all we have for you this week, Saints.
Stay tuned for RQT, weather, and sports.
It's the random question thing, ding.
Patriots because they're good at football.
Patriots because their quarterback is hot.
The Eagles because they're better than the Patriots.
I would say the Eagles because it's our national bird.
I want the Eagles to win just for one simple reason, because they beat us and I feel like they should win because they beat our team, the Vikings.
We're conflicted because we hate the Eagles fan base.
But we hate Tom Brady also.
Hey Saints, welcome back. I'm Mike with another week of weather. Today, it'll be a high of 15 and a low of 1. Tuesday will be partly cloudy with some snow and a high of 26 and a low of 24. On Wednesday, you'll again see some snow, being partly cloudy with a high of 33 and a low of 5. Moving to Thursday, it'll be mostly sunny with a high of 10 and a low of -6. Friday, you'll have a high of 9 and a low of -2. Getting to the weekend, on Saturday, we'll have some snow showers with a high of 20 and a low of 5. Lastly, Sunday will be partly cloudy with a high of 14 and a low of -2. Now let's pass it on to sports.
Hey Saints, welcome back to another week of sports. I'm Paige.
And I'm Austin.
Boys basketball had a game last week on Tuesday at Princeton and took a loss 77-75, and also had a game on Friday versus North Branch at home. This week they have a game on Tuesday against Chisago Lakes and a game on Friday against Cambridge Isani, both away games. Along with boys basketball, girls also had a game last Tuesday against Princeton and won 47-43. They also had a game on Friday against North Branch and a game on Saturday against St. Cloud Tech.
This week they have a game on Tuesday against Chisago Lakes at home and a game on Friday against Cambridge Isani. Moving on to boys hockey, last week they had an away game against North Branch. This week they have a home game against Cambridge Isani and another home game against St. Paul Highland Park. And they have an away game this Saturday against Buffalo.
Last week, girls hockey had a home game on Tuesday against North Bright County and lost 4-1. This week they have a game Tuesday at Cambridge Isani. On Saturday they have a home game against Irondale.
Wrestling last week had an individual conference meet at Buffalo.
And they also had a crossover conference at St. Michael against St. Michael on Friday.
Last weekend, one of our own teachers went to Montana State to receive the Bobcat Hall of Fame Award. Paige Aldrich went out and got more news about it.
How did you get nominated for the Hall of Fame?
It happened about a year ago when I found out. In the nomination process, I'm not super familiar with it, but I know that there's a committee that gets together every year at Montana State, and they choose 5 or 6 individuals or teams to get nominated each year.
What is it like?
Humbling, a little overwhelming. It's a huge honor, but I'm not the best at having things be about me. I'm more of a team guy, team player, but when you're on good teams, individuals get recognized as well.
Were you surprised that you were nominated?
I was surprised. I found out last February, so the surprise lasted a while, but 11 months later, traveling out to Bozeman for the award, I was prepared for it, and I was excited and honored to be part of it.
Congratulations on your great achievement, Swags.
Thanks, that's all we have for you this week, Saints.
Stay safe, Saints.